At 6:30, we are following breaking news. We have all new information. 2 people are now in custody in the shooting of an off-duty Border Patrol agent.
And Border Patrol tells us the agent was killed while he was fishing with his family. It all happened during an attempted robbery in Willacy County, and that is where we find our Channel 5's Lauren Kendrick this morning.
And Lauren, what have you learned so far this morning?
Well, Dina, we have some latest developments coming out of Willacy County. Willacy County Sheriff Larry Spence told us that those 2 people that are in custody are 2 Hispanic men. They were arrested near the county line of Sebastian, found on foot. Their vehicle was found near FM 2629 near the floodway, which is actually pretty close to where we are. And we're also getting information that other victim that was shot is a family member of that Border Patrol agent. Again, he was shot last night around 8 o'clock in this area. We're about 500 yards from where that happened. You can still see behind me the headlights of the Willacy County Sheriff Deputy Unit that's been out here all morning since we've been out here. They're blocking the scene of the crime scene, so we can't get any closer. But we do know that this is an ongoing investigation. Larry Smith that, you know, once it starts to get a little bit lighter, they'll come out here and try to put the pieces together in this investigation.
Now, Lauren, you were mentioning a little earlier there that one of the victims is in the hospital, is a family member. Do we know the condition of that family member right now?
We don't know the condition right now, but we do know, the Border Patrol agent was shot and killed once the suspect saw that he had a weapon, and this other person that is being called a family member was taken to the hospital also to be checked out. Another interesting fact that we found out is that the family members that were with the Border Patrol officer or agent when he was shot, they're the ones that gave the description of the vehicle to the sheriff's department, so that's how they were able to locate that vehicle, and when it was found, no one was inside of that vehicle.
Okay. Now, Lauren, I understand that there's been all types of law enforcement helping with this investigation, DPS, Border Patrol, and there's a special tactical unit also assisting.
Yeah, that's right, Dina. The BORTAC unit was also this morning. They assisted in looking for these people. Like you said, a lot of different law enforcement agencies were out here this morning or late at night trying to locate those suspects, which luckily they were able to catch those suspects.
All right, Lauren Kendrick reporting live from Willacy County.
And right now we're going to check in with our weather as we begin another work week here in the Valley. Some good news this morning, Dina. Temperatures are feeling, as Lisa likes to say, fresh.
All right, Lisa.
Good morning, Dina and Alan. Good morning to you at home. Yes, it feels a little fresh outside, at least, I think, compared to happening. I'm tracking that rain chance for you, and I'll have more details coming up.
Happening right now, the search is on for a person of interest in a triple homicide. Investigators believe he may know what led to the shooting deaths of 3 men near Rio Grande City. Right now, authorities are looking for this man. This is 24-year-old Eduardo Moreno. Authorities were called out to the scene on Rosario Street early Sunday morning. 2 men were found dead. The third was taken to the hospital where he later died. The McAllen Bomb Squad also called in, and the surrounding area was evacuated.
Investigators and deputies were able to discover a grenade, what they believe to be live, lying inside one of the hallways.
The victims' identities haven't been released. Investigators say the men are from Honduras. Again, this morning, here's another look at who authorities are looking for. If you know his whereabouts or have any information, you're asked to call the Starr County Sheriff's Office at 956-487-5571.
New this morning, a group of Mexican businessmen and officials are accused of laundering millions of dollars in kickbacks funneled to Texas. Prosecutors have tried to seize real estate throughout San Antonio. Among those charged is a former state treasurer, Hector Javier Villarreal. He's accused of being involved in one contract awarded to a mineral extraction company tied to the Zetas drug cartel. Villarreal's attorney has denied those allegations. And happening today, a judge will decide whether former Hidalgo County Sheriff Lupe Trevino will be required to continue answering questions pertaining to a civil lawsuit. The lawsuit stems from the campaign contributions Trevino admitted to taking from convicted drug trafficker Tomas Gonzalez. Those contributions led to Trevino's money laundering conviction.
Two Rio Grande City employees have been indicted for failing to report child abuse. The director of the Boys and Girls Club, Dina Pena Garcia, and Nancy Garcia face up to a year in jail if convicted. Authorities say a 14-year-old attending the club told Garcia a club employee, Jason Solis, sexually assaulted her. Those indicted never reported it to the proper authorities. Solis was eventually arrested and indicted for sexual assault. He's still waiting to go to trial. And Harlingen police have released the identity of a man who died after an auto pedestrian accident. 21-year-old Olmero Eduardo Adame Jr. was pronounced dead after being struck by a car early Saturday morning. The accident happened on the 22,000 block of FM 507. Now, police say the woman driving the car was also taken to the hospital as a precaution. Officers haven't said whether any charges will be filed.
2 men and 2 women are behind bars today. They're all expected to face a judge for an aggravated robbery north of Edinburgh. Authorities say a black SUV with 2 men inside ran another car off the road on Cesar Chavez. The victim told Hidalgo County investigators the men pointed weapons at him and demanded money. The victim was then pistol whipped before the suspects drove off with a wallet. And a chase in Progreso led to an abandoned vehicle and several hundred pounds of drugs. Border Patrol agents saw 10 people with bundles of drugs moving towards a truck over the weekend. When they approached, the people fled back towards Mexico. This all happened near Progreso Lakes. The driver of a truck led police on a chase before bailing out. Police later found more than 400 pounds of marijuana in the vehicle.
This morning, a Harlingen woman is jailed on a $180,000 bond. She's charged with 9 counts of fraud. 30-year-old Claudia Cecilia Gallegos became a suspect when Harlingen police were looking into a case of identity theft. A woman claimed someone opened an online credit card account without her knowing. Now, investigators learned she wasn't the only victim. Police say evidence from Gallegos' Harlingen home linked her to the crimes.
Police initially feared for her safety after she mysteriously disappeared from a resort. Now the mother faces charges in the death of her toddler.
Plus, happening right now, trapped and nowhere to go. Torrential rain and mudslides in some parts of Southern California are leaving thousands of folks there stranded. We're tracking the very latest straight ahead.